Hi, my name is Michel Berthiaume. This is my first ever video blog, so please bear with me. I'm having a wonderful time. I'm a concerned member of the Embarc Club Intrawest timeshare. I'm part of the CI Owners Group, or CIOG for short, and I have volunteered my time over this past year on the Volunteer Coordinating Committee, or VCC as we call it. In November of 2015, members found out that Diamond Resorts International was taking over Intrawest ULC's timeshare interests in our club. Today I want to talk to you about what has been happening since the Diamond takeover. This takeover affects the interests of all Embarc Club Intrawest members. I also want to talk to you about some simple things that you can do to help us to help you. Pour nos amis francophones, j'ai l'intention de refaire ce blog en français aussitôt que possible. I actually call our timeshare Embarc Club Intrawest because I bought my points 10 years ago when it was called just Club Intrawest. Diamond Resorts International changed the name to Embarc in 2016 after it bought out Intrawest ULC. Diamond bought Intrawest ULC's unsold timeshare points and a company called Intrawest Resort Club Group, or IRCG, which is the company that manages Club Intrawest. In November 2015, when we found out that Diamond was taking over Intrawest ULC's timeshare interests, like many other members, I already had some serious concerns about our club's operations. Some of us concerned members started to talk and communicate by email. And then we joined together to look at all the problems that we saw in the operations and to try to fix those problems. We soon had about 24 members across Canada, the United States, in Asia, and in Britain. All of these members who volunteered to work together to better understand how our club operates and how to fix the problems that we saw in our club. The CIOG started by asking the board of directors for a way to communicate by email with members on the club's member list. In short, the board of directors responded by blocking our attempts to communicate by email with other members by any other means than through the board itself. So the CIOG tried a different approach, and we wrote to the board of directors to request a special general meeting under the club bylaws to discuss the biggest problems in our club's operations. This would be the first ever meeting of club members in its 23 years of existence. The board responded by making it nearly impossible to get the special general meeting through a member survey, but then they were compelled to hold it when the survey results showed that over 7% of the 22,000 members wanted the meeting. Although the board never informed members about the reasons that the CIOG wanted the special meeting, the meeting was scheduled for Vancouver in June 2016. It was supposed to address the top problems that have become the main objectives of the CIOG. Those objectives are: 1. Members need fair and unfettered communication among Embarc Club Intrawest members without censorship or blockage by the board of directors. 2. Members need fairness in voting power that eliminates Diamond's 15-to-1 voting power over members. 3. Members need fairness in value, transfer of, and secondary selling market for resort points. 4. Members need fairness on the board of directors so that directors do not have conflicts of interest. Right now, 4 out of 5 directors are employed by or have business ties to Diamond Resorts International. Having Diamond in control of the board is like having the fox in charge of the henhouse. The board seems to be driven by Diamond's business interests, not those of members. Over 1,000 members attended the special meeting, including the CIOG volunteer members who traveled to Vancouver at their own personal expense because they had over 600 member proxies. However, Trevor Bruno, who was both the president of the board and an employee of Diamond Resorts, ruled that there were not enough members in attendance for quorum, and for that reason, he closed the meeting and disallowed any discussion of the resolutions that had been put forward by the CIOG to fix the problems that we had found. During the same time period of spring 2016, the CIOG also campaigned for the election of Konrad Kowalek, one of the VCC members, for a director position in the 2016 election. The CIOG wanted someone like Konrad to represent the interests of members without conflict of interest. Currently, it seems that all decisions of the directors favor the interests of Diamond instead of the interests of the club and its members. However, the Diamond directors on the board used Diamond's overwhelming voting power, 15-1, to cast a single vote to vote in 2 of its own employees as the directors. This move essentially blocked the election of Konrad Kowalek, who came in 3rd place despite having 4 times the number of members voting for him. The other factor that worked against Konrad was that there was a very long list of other candidates for that election. This had the effect of dividing and diluting members' voting power even further. The net result is that all the problems continue to this day, and Diamond continues to control the board of directors, the club's management contractor, and the club itself. New problems are arising all the time due to Diamond's total control of the club in conflict with members' interests. Diamond is a for-profit company. It is using control of our not-for-profit club and resort point sales, as well as financing, to make huge profits by making decisions that are often in conflict with the interests of Embarc Club Interwest members. Some of the new problems that are arising include the following. Number 1, Diamond is diluting and reducing member access to resorts by depositing Diamond-held resort points into Interval International Exchange a year ahead of the members' reservation window. This means that members can't get the vacation stays that they want because Diamond has already blocked those accommodations off, and that's usually around the prime time when members would normally want those vacations. So members can't use their points. 2, Diamond introduced so-called tiering of extraordinary escapes. When members can't use their points, tiering forces them to buy ever-increasing numbers of new resort points to be able to get exchanges with other resorts. This is devaluing our old points and increasing Diamond's already sky-high profits. 3, Diamond is continuing Interwest's hiding and misinformation of the GST tax issues. Was the GST issue due to bad tax advice? Or is it due to bad decisions by a board of directors that favors Diamond? This issue will likely mean that members could be facing a tax liability of nearly $25 million when the dust settles on the federal court appeal that is currently underway. 4. Diamond continues to manipulate the market for members, trying to sell their resort points privately. That's the secondary market. This means that members cannot get the full resale value of their expensive points, or, in some cases, they cannot even get a resale. In some cases, Diamond is foreclosing on points due to loan defaults and then reselling them at sky-high retail prices. 5. There has been no announcement yet of the upcoming 2017 election for the independent director position, currently occupied by Ken Smith. Could this be a tactic to prevent members from electing an unbiased director who is not in conflict of interest? 6. There is a growing tide of lawsuits against Diamond and against Interwest ULC for alleged false and misleading representations during unethical high-pressure sales presentations and so-called member updates. A class action just filed on January 29, 2017 in Nevada seeks $1 billion in damages for elderly buyers of Diamond timeshare points due to such high-pressure tactics and misrepresentations. Another class action started in Quebec in 2016 similarly seeks damages for persons who bought Interwest resort points due to attending similar high-pressure sales presentations. I could go on and on and on, but it would take way too long. So I would rather just close by telling you a few simple things you can do to help the CIOG help you, the members. First, sign up to the Joint Retainer Agreement via the members' website. The CIOG needs to sign up more members to get involved. Members need to get involved together to fix the problems that continue for both members and consumers. Second, when you travel to club locations, engage other vacationing members in a chat about problems that they have had with the club and problems that they have had with Diamond Resorts. Encourage each other to get involved and be proactive in protecting their interests, your interests, my interests, through the CIOG website and the Facebook closed group. Third, to the best of your ability, try not to let Diamond Resorts take back your points through foreclosure, forfeit, or right of first refusal. It only increases their control, and they will likely just turn around and sell them to another victim of high-pressure sales tactics. Finally, stay tuned for CIOG progress on all fronts. We have members' interests at heart, and together we can succeed. One other thing. Help support the single best candidate for the upcoming 2017 Independent Director election. His name is Conrad Kowalek. He has studied the governing instruments of the club in depth. He is unbiased and without conflict of interest. He is committed to represent all members of the board on the board of directors. And he wants to fix the member problems outlined in this blog. When the time comes, please vote for him and tell other members to vote for him too. The CIOG truly believes if we all get behind this one candidate, then we can elect him and get the best member representative on the board. Thanks for listening.